Moms, when did you realize your son was smarter than you? When my 8-year-old son figured out I was lying about Santa and set up an elaborate sting operation to catch me in the act. My son Tyler has always been curious, but I never realized how smart he actually was until last Christmas. For weeks leading up to December, he'd been asking really specific questions about Santa that I couldn't answer. Mom, how does Santa's sleigh create enough lift to fly with that much weight? Or, if Santa visits every house in one night, wouldn't he have to travel faster than the speed of light? I kept giving him the usual parent responses like, it's Christmas magic, sweetie, or Santa has special technology, but Tyler wasn't satisfied. He'd just nod and walk away with this weird look on his face. 3 days before Christmas, Tyler came to me with a serious expression. Mom, I want to stay up and meet Santa this year. Can I sleep in the living room? I told him no, that Santa only comes when kids are asleep in their beds. He seemed disappointed but didn't argue, which should have been my first red flag. Tyler always argues. Christmas Eve night, I waited until I was sure he was asleep before bringing out all the presents. I ate the cookies, drank the milk, even left muddy boot prints from the fireplace to the tree. I was pretty proud of my Santa setup. Christmas morning, Tyler came downstairs and looked at everything with this weird, calm expression. No excitement, no running to the presents, just studying the scene like a detective. Mom, he said quietly, can you come here for a second? He led me to the fireplace and pointed at the boot prints. These are size 11 work boots. Dad's boots. I measured them yesterday. My stomach dropped. Then he walked to the kitchen and opened the dishwasher. Inside was the plate that had held the cookies and the milk glass. You wash Santa's dishes? He asked. Why would Santa wash his own dishes in our dishwasher? I stammered something about Santa being polite, but Tyler wasn't done. He pulled out his tablet and showed me a video. It was security footage of our living room from the night before. Tyler, where did you get this? I asked, my heart racing. I borrowed Dad's old phone and set it up to record. I hid it behind the books on the shelf. The video clearly showed me arranging presents, eating cookies, and making boot prints. But the worst part was still coming. Tyler opened his backpack and pulled out a notebook. I've been investigating for 3 weeks, he said. Want to see my evidence? The notebook was like something from a crime show. He had photos of presents before they were wrapped, hidden in our bedroom closet. He'd taken pictures of my handwriting and compared it to the gift tags. He'd even calculated the mathematical impossibility of Santa's supposed flight path. Mom, I know you and Dad are Santa, he said gently. I figured it out in October when I saw you buying my Christmas list items at Target, but I wanted to be sure, so I set up this test. I sat down hard on the couch, feeling like the worst parent ever. Tyler, I'm so sorry I lied to you. Are you upset? He climbed up next to me and patted my shoulder. Mom, I'm not upset. I think it's really sweet that you and Dad worked so hard to make Christmas magical. I just wanted to know the truth. Then he said something that broke my heart. I was actually more excited about catching you than I was about the presents. The detective work was the most fun I've had all month. My 8-year-old had conducted a month-long investigation with evidence collection, surveillance, and hypothesis testing. Meanwhile, I was still trying to convince him that reindeer could fly. So what happens now? I asked him. Well, Tyler said, flipping through his notebook, I have some suggestions for improving your Santa operation. The boot prints were good, but you should use flour instead of mud next time. Less mess, same effect. He'd actually written a list of recommendations for better Santa deception techniques. This kid had outsmarted me and then offered to help me lie to him more effectively. Also, he continued, we should probably tell Emma the truth soon. She's 6 now and she's starting to ask the same questions I did. I can help you break it to her gently. I realized in that moment that my son wasn't just smart. He was emotionally intelligent too. He understood that the magic of Christmas wasn't about believing in Santa. It was about family traditions and parents who love their kids enough to play elaborate games of pretend. That afternoon, Tyler helped me wrap presents for his little sister. He even wrote fake Santa tags in handwriting that looked nothing like mine. Emma won't notice, he assured me. She's not as observant as I am. The kid had become my partner in Christmas crime. And honestly, having him on my team made the whole thing way more fun than trying to fool him had ever been. Now Tyler's 10 and he still plays along with Santa for Emma's sake, but sometimes I catch him analyzing other family traditions with that same detective look. I'm pretty sure he's figured out the tooth fairy too, but he's keeping that investigation to himself. I used to think I was teaching my kids about the world. Turns out my son was teaching me that sometimes the student really does become the teacher.